This is a list of just some of the words that are currently banned now from the National Science Foundation's funding scheme. Terms that are effectively impossible to not use to talk about any sort of research. For example, you see here that the word biases is used, or the word women or advocate. The Trump administration, being directed by minions of Elon Musk, are going line by line through people's research to see if they use any of these terms. And this flowchart explains how they go about this. If any of those words are in the title, in the abstract, or in the work itself, which means basically any scientific words that you would normally use in research, you get your funding pulled and denied. And what's the crime? DEI language, diversity, because this is a plan to resegregate the federal government and science. As explained by Professor Saxby, a professor of psychology at the University of Southern California, these keywords could show up in the text of any grant involving human participants. If you say you're going to study men and women, you get flagged. If you say you're going to control for socioeconomic status, totally standard practice, you get flagged. Disability, flagged. The word systemic is on the banned list, so if I study systemic inflammation and health, flagged. If I study political science, flagged. If I study trauma, flagged. Keep in mind the largest mental health provider in this country is the Veterans Administration, but we can't study trauma now? If I design a study via threat-based attention, the word bias gets me flagged. You can't design a study of humans without using at least one of the terms on the banned list, which means the biomedical brain social science research is now on ice in the USA. And this isn't just happening at the US National Science Foundation, this is also happening at the Department of Education that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are trying to shut down, where MAGA representative from Kentucky, Thomas Massie, has already submitted legislation. Trump's Treasury Secretary, Scott Bassinet, has given Elon Musk, teen of teenage fascists, power to control every single payment in the federal government. And then Marco Rubio announced that he was appointing as Undersecretary for USAID as one of the January 6th participants. This man, Darren J. Beatty, who said competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. Unfortunately, our entire national ideology is predicated on coddling the feelings of women and minorities and demoralizing competent white men. He wrote this in October of last year. And when I say fascist teens are running things, this is a guy that goes by Big Balls on LinkedIn. Was an intern for Elon Musk, just graduated high school, is a Canadian, and only other job was working for his dad and as a camp counselor. Currently, Elon Musk is going around Twitter trying to ban people who are naming the names of these guys who are literally controlling every aspect of the federal government right now. These are unelected, unappointed officials that are Musk loyalists whose only loyalty is to Elon Musk. And this is just a teeny tiny amount of what's been kicking off in just the last 2 or 3 days alone. Just like in Weimar Germany, where it only took less than 2 months to seize absolute power.